Hi guys, thank you for joining me. So I'm kind of having a rough morning. I've had a few smart moments, right? I've never had a smart moment fail, and I'm working through it. We're gonna get this. Let me make sure my laminator's on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. I can't tell if yeah, it's on. So what I made was I was trying. And it's awful. I know. I messed up. I know. So what I was trying to do was make a notepad, and I used drawing paper. I was just trying stuff. Okay. I was trying to make a little drawing pad, right? And I used Strathmore sketch paper, okay? And then I made the laminating. I curled it around and put eyelets in, and I thought I was making a binding, a new binding, but it's this loop is not big enough, and so I can't use that double-sided paper. So then I just found scrapbook paper that's double-sided, okay? And this paper is roughly 4 by 4. I added another 1/2 inch for this binding area, so it's like 4.5 by 4 ish, okay? So what I did, and it wasn't neat enough, and now I don't know how to do it. Okay, number one, my loop wasn't big enough. Number two, this top slot was too big. And number three, these weren't neat enough, and they're a little big, I think. So I need to. So what I did was, oh my God, can you tell I'm struggling? It's hurting my pride there, because usually if I have a smart moment, it's a smart moment, and I do it, and it's great, and I'm proud of it. And this, I was like, well, that was a hot mess, you know. So then we're gonna fix it. We're gonna do this. We got this, guys. So then I know a lot of cutters are like this. I'm not saying mine's different or better. I'm just saying this is an option on some cutters, trimmers, and this is the option I'm using to cut my slots. But I'm going to do it neater, because these holes were not lining up and it was looking sloppy. So then I think I need to make a littler slot and I have a smaller hole punch. This is only a 3mm hole. So we're going to try that. Okay, so a 3mm hole, there's 25.4 millimeters in an inch. So then a 3mm hole would be pretty darn close to 1/8 of an inch. So that's what size we're going to make our slots. Okay, and we need to measure this, because it's got to be bigger than that, because we're going to laminate it. And then I went ahead and made this slot 3 inches long. That's going to be the loop, okay? So then this is 3 and roughly 3 1/4, and I only want these holes, and then so we're just going to center it. So that's 4, and then it's about 1/4 inch on each side, but it's going to be bigger than that because of the it's going to be bigger than that because of the laminating. So we are just going to make it, that is 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I cut a little more off of that side. I think we're just going to make this 1/4 inch from the end, and that should be fine. Yeah. 1/4 inch. Gosh. And that's not even. Why is it not even? that's 3/8, but it's going to be bigger, so 1/4 inch. And so what I need to do is, I'm just going to do it by hand, is I need to trim a sliver off of this. And this side's polka dots, so I can do it by this side. I'm just going to cut down. Okay. That's kind of okay. So then we need to make these slots 1/4 inch from the end, and we're only going to make them an 1/8 of an inch thick. Okay, and I'm going through 3 pieces of paper. Let's see if that works. It wouldn't earlier. It wouldn't go through 3. I've tried to cut through a few pieces of the other paper. So we're going to start this at a 1/2 inch. Okay? And let's see, was that too much? No, I don't think it's too much. And then we're going to start 1/4 inch from the end. So we pierce it, and then we drag it down, and that is less than 4. What am I measuring? So we're just going to come up to the 9 on it. I know, it's about 1/4 inch. Okay. So then we're going to move this up an 1/8 of an inch. So we're just going to have a little tiny slot. And then what I'm going to do is, and that went too far in, gosh. I'm going to punch this and see if it works neater. Well, it did the same thing. It didn't. Okay, let me come in 1/2 inch. And another 1/8 of an inch. Oh, too much. And then we're going to see if the 3mm hole will be a neater option than the other hole. I've never had a smart moment fail, guys. I'm really having a hard time with this. I don't know why I'm upset about it. And that's too much, and then that will just be the bottom. Okay. See how this is hard? Or am I making it hard? And it's only cutting through 2 at a time, so that's that. So then, okay. So then we're just going to go from the 1 to the 9, because that looks kind of okay. And then we're going to move it up an 1/8 of an inch. And I know I'm using the centimeter side, but it doesn't matter. Okay, and it cut through both of them. It won't cut through 3. Earlier I was trying to cut 5 pieces of paper, and it wouldn't cut through 5 either. And this is just too hard to see to do it perfect. So your holes are a little bigger, and I don't know, is that okay? An 1/8 of an inch, is that neat enough? Yes, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. And then this, we're going to laminate, and then this will, what the idea is, and that's not big enough. Well, I'll just trim this down, because I'm already set up. So then what's going to happen is that's going to go through the slots, and then this will be our binder, our binding. Okay? So let me get this cut, and then we're going to come back and laminate and put it together. Okay? I'm going to pause it. Okay, I'm back. I thought I'd save a couple and show you. So then what I'm doing is cutting just an 1/8, not an 8 inch, 1/8 of an inch strip in here. And I can only do 2 pages at a time because my trimmer doesn't want to cut 3 deep. And then what I'm doing is punching at the end of my, with a 3mm hole punch. And then it's still not perfect, but it's better than it was. Maybe this offset on a smaller scale just doesn't look as bad as having a 1/2 inch with, or I mean a 1/4 inch. I don't know. I'm not happy about it, but I'm gonna make another one and see if we can pull it off, pull it together, and figure it out. But I'm pretty sure what the problem was is that this loop isn't big enough. But I mean, I still like the idea, and I want to make it work. And I'm just figuring it out. Oh, also this time I used just tan cardstock. I thought that might be nice to draw on too, you know, a little drawing book, you think? So then I'm just using tan cardstock. Just whatever weight cards, you know, I just thought it would be something different. And then, let me turn the laminator back on. I turned it off because I wasn't using it for a minute while I was cutting all of those. I'm watching Hobby Hobbit's video today. I'm behind on videos and comments. I'm behind on comments. I need to do that. People have commented on my videos and I still haven't replied. I'm sorry. And I haven't commented on some videos. I'm so bad. I need to quit it. I just need to quit it. I've been watching on Roku, and then I don't go back. I mean, get out another device and comment like I need to. And I need to quit it. But I give all the videos a like. But I don't always go back and comment. But I watch everybody. Alright, we're done. We got them all. So now, I'm sorry if this is too long, guys. It's a process. I've tried to film the other one and then I just quit. And I was like, I was getting mad. Okay, so here we go. Now what we're going to have to do is we need to trim this so it's going to fit. And I'm going to just trim off another, okay, we'll just do, look, 2. And then we're at 7 and no, we're at 7.5. And then there. Okay. And then I'm going to measure so I can get it perfect or straighter than it was, because I think it was a little different. It's not going to be perfect. I recognize that. Kind of a reverse corner rounder there. Now I need to measure, what is that? That is 4, that is 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's just under a 1/2 inch. And this side is okay, so it'll probably work if I just cut off 2 notches. And then we started at 3.5. One, two, 3.5. Okay. There. Oh, I guess it wasn't 3.5. Golly, there's a fly buzzing. Dang it. I saw one in another video I did. I'm sorry. That's stupid. I don't know how it got in here. We never have flies in here. I don't know what happened. I'm going to trim that down even. And then I'm going to try to trim that inside to make it a little rounded. Okay. Golly gee. I don't know where a fly swatter is, and I can't stand to kill them. I can't. It makes me crazy. Bugs me. Okay, so there we go. So there. We're final answer. Here we go. We're going in. And what I don't remember what I did the last time, but this time I made it a 3-inch loop, and I figured that might be big enough. That won't be big enough. That's not going to be any better than the other one. That's not going to be a bit better. Yeah, maybe. Okay, that. Okay, looks like a 3-inch loop will work well for a, let's see what our stack of paper is. 1/2-inch stack of paper. So there's probably some geometry in there to figure out. And then I'm going to put that there and that there. Okay. 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 So here we go. Let's run it. Oh, good. Yeah, that's in. This side's in. The other side's out. And then I'm going to put it under here. Let that catch it so I can move it. And I could probably clean some of this up. And then what I did was attach it with eyelets. And there's really no easy way to do that. It was hard. And I'm going to run it through again. But see, it is kind of cute to have a built-in, you know, it's kind of cute, kind of clever to have a built-in, you know, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Binding, you know. I'm just going to cut this off to save us time so we don't have to wait for the whole sheet to run through. And I'm going to run it through again. No reason, just because. And some of these are a little crooked. I cut them by hand, but it's like it was angled. Or angling. Okay, that needs to be in the middle. That's an ugly one. And that needs to be the top. Okay. And I'm just going to use scissors on this. Somewhere I have my good scissors that cut straight. I don't know where they're at. I made this paper bag journal the other night, and I had a tray of all my tools, and I don't know where it's at. when I was showing how to make my daughter's cash envelopes, I was cutting some of them by hand. She was like, I couldn't believe you were cutting them by hand. But I can cut pretty straight if you have good scissors, you know. And if you learn how to use them, you know. Because they've got that edge. If you just hold it against this top edge, then it will cut straight. Okay, I'm going to cut this. Okay. Okay, that's a little big on that side. There's a fly buzzing around. It's making me crazy. I don't want to kill it. I don't like killing stuff. Okay, so we're going to run that through again. And I'm going to try to curl it as it's coming out. I'm going to try. I did it last time and it helped a little bit. Oh, I got to cut a slit in this too. Shoot. The last time I was like, I probably should have cut that slit before I laminated it for the cover. But I didn't. And I'm going to try to cut this slit closer. Okay, now I'm going to try to curl this as I'm pulling it out. And I need to just wait and do that and quit doing this. Okay. No, I'm not going to, because I want that to be the curl. So I'm just going to have to wait till I get done. Here, this will work. That'll work. Maybe. There. Maybe. That might help. And it totally lifted. Drat. So then we're going to cut this at a 1/2 inch. And then, no, we're going to go a little more than a 1/2 inch. And then we're going to come down to bigger than 1. Right there, and bigger than 9 right there. And then we're going to go up just another little bit. I'm sorry if you can't see what I'm doing. And then we're going to go bigger than 1. And 9-ish, okay. And that's probably not big enough. Okay. So our hole needs to be, okay, right, let's say right there. Okay, and right, there. And this does look like 1/8 of an inch, doesn't it? I don't remember. Well, it's not as big as the others, so it'll probably be fine. really thought this would work, guys. I hope it does. I hope it works. What do you think? I need to know your thoughts. What am I doing wrong? What do I need to change? I should, like I said, I should have laminated that before I cut the slit. I understand that. I'm going to cut these corners rounded because I don't think it needs to be sharp, you know, right? Well, there's something red on there. Maybe that'll get covered up. Okay. I don't know if you know, I've always say it. I like using wavy scissors for corners sometimes. Because, like, it gets where, like here, you can put a corner rounder on there. So the wavy scissors get where corner rounders don't. So that's going to be the top. You think? Yeah. So then, let's see. This latch broke on here, so it needs something to prop it up. Okay. And then what I do is I need to see where this is going to go. I need to decide. Let's make sure this fits. Wow. I might have to have Colton get that fly. Crap. It is still too wide. Just barely. Yeah, I think this fly is going to have to go. Oh, it fits. Okay, it fits. Okay, okay. So then that's going to be, you think that the top or the, okay. That'll be fine. Okay, and then what we got to do is we put this on in that way. Okay, you put it in because we're going to wrap this around. Okay, and then what I do is my brads, no, are these are eyelets. I always get eyelets and brads screwed up. So the hole punch, the regular hole punch is bigger than the brad. I don't like it. So then I take this 3mm hole punch and then I just chip away at it. You know, like I do it once and then I do it like 2 more times to make it a little bit bigger. Okay. And then we'll come over 1.5. So then right like right there maybe. Okay. And then I just chip away at it a little bit. Okay. And then this, I want to go in here like, and I'm just going to put a dot so I know. We're just going to say there and there. Okay. But then this makes a smaller hole that, you know, the other one's like, if you don't get your eyelet perfectly centered, you can see a hole around it. Now, I know the memory keepers and all the other stuff probably has, you know, a different diameter hole that it punches to match the eyelet. I don't know, but this is, This is what I figured out for myself. Okay, now what we got to do is we got to put, let's see, we got to put this in this way. Also, this being a smaller hole, and the way I do it helps hold that in while you're working. You see? Because it's really stupid when they just fall out and you're trying to do something. I've got a laminated piece I'm trying to clear off without cutting myself. There. So then you punch this through this way, and that hole is not big enough. And I might have to hammer, it's okay. And then you wrap it under, yeah. And then I figured out you kind of have to put it on top, so then you have somewhere to punch. You have to have a base, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So there, and there, and see how snugly our holes are around our eyelets, so then we don't have, it's just neater and tighter, even though, you know, I kind of whittled away at it. Now, we have to have a base to put this eyelet, to secure this eyelet, okay? Let me put the washer on it. So then what I figured out on the other one is you have to back it up over the paper. You have to back it up over the paper so you have something to, and these eyelets are hard. These are hard bronze stuff too. It hurts my hands to squeeze them all the way. So I'll show you in a second. Okay. Now I'm going to hammer this, and I apologize if it's bugging anyone, but it hurts my hand to squeeze it. Okay, so what I figured out is it's not wanting to do it. So what I figured out is you have to have it over the paper. Otherwise the eyelet good base to do. So then we're going to do it again. And it's not working. I might have to go get a real hammer. And I'm trying to smush it up over the base, and it's sliding. There. Okay. See, it wants to. Well, this one fell out. No, it didn't. So what happens is it wants to slide, and then you don't have a base for your eyelet, so you have to push it up over the pile of paper to be able to secure it. And that other washer fell off. I don't know, are these called washers or rings, or what are these called? Are they they're like a washer, but they don't serve any purpose of a washer. So I don't know what they're called. Sorry. We'll try that at an angle. And then, I'm sorry if I'm out of frame, but I gotta hammer it, and it hurts my hands. Okay, that's close enough for now. And we probably boogered up. No, we didn't booger anything up. It's okay. So, it really could use a real hammer, but I'll do it in a minute. So there. How did we do? This is a little short. Why, how did that happen? Maybe because of it being round. I don't know. What do you think? This one's better. This one is better. What do you think? Except it's not as long as the papers. Somehow this exceeded is not. Maybe because I made that slit smaller, I didn't account for it needing to be deeper. So that's not quite the right size. See, it's a little shorter. But I bet it's because I made this one a little slimmer and didn't account for the added length of the laminator and then the added length of the paper. But there, we made two with our laminating binder. What do you think? I think they're cute and I like them a lot. And I need to, this one's better. Except I apparently didn't accommodate, you know, it's math. I guess I'm struggling with math lately. But I didn't accommodate for the right distance for the cover because it's not the right distance. But that's okay. And this one's too snug in the thing, so the pages don't really turn. They just kind of lift. But this one they do turn. You know. So there's my idea of a laminated binding flap. What do you think? Thanks for watching, guys. Love you. Bye.